Dude, 5 grand worth of purchases, completely untracked over the course of 4 days.
It's pretty scary. I think that Google's losing so much attribution that we really need to rely on MER. So whether tracking conversions by click or conversions by time from day one, um, it was not tracking anything at all. I want to set the stage. So it's going to take just a couple minutes, but I want to disprove anybody that might be thinking that there's some tomfoolery about.
But John, Google can't track attribution. What do I do? What's the answer? Attribution sucks.
We can prove it. So we actually have I want to set the stage. So it's going to take just a couple minutes, but I want to disprove anybody that might be thinking that there's some tomfoolery about. And so what I wanted to share with you first off is in this account, inside of the conversion actions, we're using a GTM purchase conversion action that's still obviously tracking conversions till this day. I'm using data-driven 90-day attribution, even using enhanced conversions and diagnostics to say that it's running good. It always has been running well. This is something that we even looked at through Google because Google couldn't figure this out. But on January 1st through the 4th, I started a standard shopping campaign, and I'm only spending about $75 to $80 a day. And so I'm just getting this warmed up. And as soon as Google decides to come back online here, I can share this with you what happened. So standard shopping campaign in Google, and 1st to the 4th of January is when we just started this. I'm now spending up to $700 a day because we found out how good it was. But I only spent $281 between January 1st and the 4th. And I've saw 0 conversions by time, 0 conversions by click. I did have a couple add to carts, and so the all conversions was tracking too, but it was not tracking any conversions that we would normally with our purchase conversion, which is the only thing that we track. And if I look in the back end of Northbeam, which is a third-party attribution tool, and I look at the same client for January 1st through the 4th, these 4 days, what I can see is that I had a first click in standard shopping, 2 clicks actually, 8 more direct clicks, 2 PMAX clicks, an email click, 2 more direct clicks, and $3,000 in sales. That's the first sale. On the next one here, I see another standard shopping that went to a welcome top products email. So a standard shopping, they went and they signed up for a newsletter, which I guess still happens today. They got the newsletter email and they spent $418 here. That was the first click on standard shopping. I did get a second click on standard shopping. So someone was already at the site. They kept Googling things about this product and they came back and made $368. Okay. So there's another $368 here. And then we see another standard shopping first click and then a re-click in a search. So they did two searches, 1 click on standard shopping, 1 click on a search ad, another $254 here. I saw another standard shopping to direct, which is another $254 here in a sale. I have 2 direct clicks, a standard shopping, another direct click for $228 in sales. And that was just the first 4 days. So if you add this all up, it comes out to be like $45 or almost $5,000 in sales. And standard shopping showed 0. And in fact, this campaign actually didn't start tracking conversions, I think, till like the 12th day. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Then it started tracking conversions. And then we see the conversions starting to move on after this. So whether tracking conversions by click or conversions by time from day one, it was not tracking anything at all. And the other part that I wanted to mention is inside the change history between the 1st to the 4th, the first 3 days, I saw that we're missing conversions. And inside the change history, so that you can kind of see what I did here, I actually took on the 4th and changed it from first click attribution to data driven. I was using first click attribution and I wanted to see this is the actual first click to the site. And I wanted to prove it to you here, but man, Google's so slow today. But this is what's really interesting is there's probably 4 or 5 conversions that I missed that I was directly attributed to from a first click. They went back through email. They went back direct. They may have clicked on a different search ad, but it was not giving me any credit at all. Not for 12 days. I saw it in the back end. I saw it was working. I saw the client make more money. The MER was better. The cost required to customer was lower. Everything was starting to go good. So I just started cranking up standard shopping. I said, I'm not going to wait for Google to tell me it's working. I know it's working. And here you can see on January 4th, my purchase conversion attribution model changed from first click to data driven. So I was on first click during the time that I can see, even if it comes back through Performance Max, doesn't matter. It's on first click attribution. I should at least seen this $3,000 here. I should have at least seen the standard shopping here. I should have at least seen the standard shopping here, the standard shopping here. I wasn't seeing any of it.
This is not a glitch. I'm interrupting the video you're watching because I need to remind you that I'm always looking for people to join our team. So if you're passionate about Google Ads and you want to work with the best Google Ads agency on the planet, please go to solate.com/apply. Speaking of working with the best Google Ads agency on the planet, if you're having trouble with Google Ads and you want professional help, that's what we do. You can go to solate.com, that's SOL8.com, to apply for your free, no obligation action plan. And if I've given you any level of value at all, maybe think about giving me a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. That's how we juice the YouTube algorithm so they actually know that I know what I'm talking about. If you have questions, comments, concerns, or confessions, hit me below in the comments. And now, back to your regularly scheduled program.
So yeah, it's pretty scary. I think that Google's losing so much attribution that we really need to rely on MER, and we really need, which is media efficiency ratio, all cash in, all cash out. You know, good quality cold traffic will win. But yeah, it's getting pretty dismal out there.
Dude, $5,000 worth of purchases, completely untracked over the course of 4 days. And now you already talked about what to do, but let's slow down for just a minute, okay? Because, but John, Google can't track attribution. What do I do? What's the answer?
Yeah, so it's really weird. We almost have to go back to like 10 years ago, when analytics was like pretty much like kind of the main conversion action, and you weren't getting any sort of sales attributed to you because they were all come back directly, as sort of analytics would say. These direct users are coming back. Now that it's moved into kind of back to that positioning where Google is missing those users, and because it sees them as new people, a lot of the times analytics is still even wrong. Google Tag Manager is wrong, analytics is wrong. The best thing that I can give as an advice, if you're in the seat of Google Ads, is to understand all of your spend and how much overlap there is. So if you're running Facebook and you're running Google, for example, or maybe another team is running Facebook and you're running Google, sync with that team often, or if you're doing both of them, sync with yourself often by making very specific changes. Make sure you're going after as much cold traffic as possible. Make sure you're only making large optimizations or spend increases in one channel at a time to identify how that's affecting your overall revenue. But also look at if you're getting too much brand or doing too much remarketing, but your ROAS is high, it may be, not a very well optimized campaign because you can't scale it. You're simply just kind of being the last piece of the puzzle and attributing sales to yourself. So the most amount of cold traffic that you can look at, and that you can go after, the least amount of warm traffic and brand traffic, the least amount of remarketing you can do. And then say, if I start to crank up where it looks to be good quality searches and good quality clicks, and my CPC is high, and which is good, my positioning's high, and everything's relevant, and I can Google these keywords, and I can also see it working. If everything should be working, but Google is saying it's not, check to see when you started that campaign and the overall effect that it's had on that company.
Do you think GA4 fixes this at all?
Not yet. No. Google actually, when I showed them this issue, they say, well, we can wait for GA4. It's having the same issue, and we think it should be fixed soon. So I'm
on a long enough timeline, in theory, Google's narrative is GA4 fixes this.
Correct.
But until then, we're mermen.
We're exactly. We're all mermen right now. Yeah.
I'm a merman. Did you see the GIF that Ari made of you?
Yeah, I love that. I had to do the screenshot like this. I
thought she took a picture like just gotcha. No, you did that. You posed.
We did. It was on a meeting, on a company-wide meeting, and I said, I'm the merman. She was like, I'd love to make a GIF. I said, screenshot.
No, just lost so much respect for you.
I see. Yeah. When you don't have any self-respect to start,
it doesn't matter.
You can only go up from here.
You know what? Your excuse is you're a girl dad. Girl dads have to get their toenails painted, wear makeup. Oh, yeah. You just took one for the global team.
Exactly.
Yeah, pose as merman.
Yep. And now, if you're out there, don't be afraid to be your true merman self. It's okay.
That's right. All right. Well, this is great. And here's the thing: it's good for us as an agency. But dude, as a business owner, I would be so annoyed if somebody sent me this video.
Right.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm on sales calls. I'm gonna say, watch this.
Yeah. And it's almost like, hey, so what I'm tracking doesn't matter.
You can hold me accountable for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
How violently frustrating.
Yeah. But I have a lot of clients where I've started to simply just scale Google, and we're looking at just pure net profit, MER. And here's what the funny thing about it is, if you're a business owner, take yourself out of the Google Ads ecosystem and manage by revenue. Data. Well, I mean, cash in the bank, which is how you started your company anyway. It's like, if I'm spending more and I'm making more, good. If I'm spending more and I'm making less, bad.
Then there are scientific ways for you to go about to figure out like what the more might attribute to, et cetera, which you just talked about. This is great, dude. This is great. Appreciate you. If you're watching, you need to be a merman or mermaid, right?
Merwoman. Or
I don't know.
them.
We're trying
I
to
don't
be
know.
correct. Yeah. We're mer people.
Those who swim.
We're going to dive right in. And the topic for today, the discussion topic, is going to be MER, Media Efficiency Ratio. And what MER is, Media Efficiency Ratio, is, think of it like company ROAS. So all cash spend out on paid media versus all revenue in.